Hey guys, movie about the ghost train that left Evergreen Station in 1995. The NS 5900. The unknown train collision. The unknown train crash. The movie Haunted. This was based on a true story. The train was going at 140 miles an hour. The train was gonna head to Grande Central, and then it was heading all the way back to Evergreen. And then it was gonna head, and we needed to drop off its cargo. So it goes to San Camilo all the way back to Evergreen. The train leaves. The train just leaves Evergreen. The train's going pretty fast. But as the train reaches 140, the driver of the train passes out while the train is moving, and he has no idea what he's in for. Him passed out while the train is speeding at this speed. The train is going. No one had any idea where this train is heading to. The time is 2:49. The driver wakes up. What is going on? That the driver says. And then 2:59 a.m. The driver feels drowsy. His train speeds, going through the hall. The train goes on to a sharp curve. Now it's 3 a.m. The driver passes out. The train goes back on its main line. The train is now back on the main line. Heads through another station. Some people even caught the ghost train heading now. The ghost train, as the driver passes out, who in the world honks the horn while the train's passing at 140 miles an hour? The horn rings, and it came to San Camilo. The train automatically puts its brakes on. How in the world is that happening? But then the train doesn't care. The train automatically speeds up. And then the train had people screaming for help inside of the main loco. The main loco was still heading to Evergreen. At full speed, the locomotive speeds through bridges. And then it goes. Rest in peace for the Norfolk Southern. The ghost train, no one was looking what's ahead. But how in the world did they know there was literally a station on a clear curve that the train put its brakes on for, ending up into a good job? What this train is up to right now is badness. Then the train calls, "Hello, children." The train honks its horn automatically while a person railfans it. Watching it speed is not fun, as it's a haunted train. It goes to a very bad curve. The train goes onto the sharpest curve. going into an unknown area that the never train goes to, and ending the collision. After 90 minutes later, the Northwest Superior, a BNSF Santa Fe Northwest Superior comes out of Evergreen, track 1. Instead of track 2, this train's heading from track 1. It heads completely different. Its section's completely different. It's carrying different boxes. These boxes are heading San Camilo, back to Grande Central, Evergreen, and this train has a lot of duty to do. As the train is speeding through at 70 miles an hour, the driver thought he was getting too late and went as fast as he could go. He goes to max speed, but he had no idea what was happened to the last wheels. As the train carefully approaches, he notices that nothing is happening except for that. His wheels are completely off the tracks. How? He is not speeding his train yet. His train goes into Z mode, which means it's in IDATA mode and it can now go even faster. And the train falls. And there's a ghost train passing on the next line saying, "How are you, BNSF Loco? How are you?" And the children scream, "I am good," in a very whispery voice. The train appears way down there, goes into the air, disappears. BNSF Loco. The BNSF Loco had nothing to do now. The ghost train has passed. The BNSF Loco disappears into the Midwest. Then, in the mid-blue, how is this possible? The train that had the first derailment that happened, the unknown derailment, just happened. The unknown train comes from Evergreen Track 1. Everyone knows the track is not clear, indicating the track is clear. After the train passes, the track changes back to green while the loco is still passing. Just passing it. The light was red. Another loco passes. The light is green. As the train leaves Evergreen, it's the same exact train. Are you good? Hi there. Are you ready to go underneath the loco? The person jumps out of the cab, but he feels people pushing him. And the thing that happens will shock you. This should have not happened in real life. The people push him. He gets under the rails and gets ran over by the super fast haunted train, speeding. The lights were still indicating green. The driver's dead from being fallen out of the cab, but the train still does everything on its own. The train speeds through. No one knows what is happening with this. The windows disappear out of the loco. It's pitch black. There's nothing in the windows of the loco. The loco approaches at 140 miles an hour at the bridge. At Coast West Bridge, the train honks his horn even though the driver's not in the loco. The train goes into the Midwest. The Midwest Loco. The engineer's dead, and this train is still doing what it could. The train has no control over what it can do. Now it has no windows. The headlights start to flicker. As you can tell from the ground, they are going insane. But unknowingly, how did this train get back on the rails, haunt other trains, speed? And by the way, all of these boxcars are going nowhere. Nowhere. The train is just being controlled from a haunted thing. We don't know what it is. But as the lead loco rings his bell, someone else gets pushed out of the train at its speeding speed. In driver view, everyone sees a green light. When they blink, it turns red. This is the story of the non-recognized train. But as the train goes and goes even faster, and then this is the end. As the lead loco continues on its fast line, the train can do nothing but say its last words. The train is about to say its last words, because it is about to die. As the train carefully goes on the worst curves that the train should be going this fast on, the train passes, but its death zone is not possible. As the train carefully passes, dare. Everything ends. Nothing starts. Nothing ends. The windows go. The train disappears and a person appears. But the person breaks. He gets teleported to the station that the train was speeding through. He doesn't know what's happening. He walks over the rails, hears a horn, dies right after. He hears the horn just like the train he passed before. He doesn't know why the train is after him, but the train is now just gone. Rest in peace. This was based on a real story. Please comment, like, and subscribe on this story. Stay tuned for the runaway.